but it's a nightmare.
You're a nightmare.
That's true. It's literally true.
Welcome again to the Three Grandmas podcast. We've got our very special guest that we've had on. This is the third time. Fifth?
I'm bringing more emotional baggage to the table.
Champion. No,
Yeah,
this is
man.
returning champion.
I mean, I tell you what, I feel like, was this always in the making? Like you were always going to talk about this film? Because I remember when we did
mentioned Evangelion, like
setting us up.
I feel like maybe the first or second time we talked, or maybe it was
Yuratsukiroji, when the ending reminded me of Evangelion.
I thought maybe you brought it up before, so I've just been stewing on it, trying to figure out what one. And I pulled out my old copy or OG copy, End of Evangelion DVD, and I watched it one night, and I said, "That's the one. That's the one."
That is, I mean, what a choice! I've got to say,
Great
this
choice.
is like when we talk about like animation as a medium, like there's none that really have quite the, I want to say, cultural status and like the sort of critical reception that the End of Evangelion has in popular culture. This is like a magnum opus, especially for
I don't know. What about Akira?
Yeah, Akira's up there.
Akira's up there, right? And there's Ghost in the Shell, and then this one.
Yeah, it's like one of the pillars of
respected, high up on the mountaintop.
It's crazy you guys are omitting the Care Bears movie. That's crazy.
It's not anime.
I mean,
otherwise I wouldn't.
It's animated.
I'm talking to Japanese animated films.
I forgot about the Care Bears movie. What's Care Bears movie?
No, I'm going to say something to JC. Garfield is anime, according to Tetsuhara Onosata. He says it's anime.
Madhouse animated 2 Peanuts commercials or something.
Just joking.
Really?
So, I found that out one day.
Just doing a bit, JC. Don't.
Does Yu-Gi-Oh count as anime? I thought that was made in the States. Or am I wrong?
Yu-Gi-Oh's anime.
What counts as anime? Let's just break it down. It has to be made in Japan. Is that what it is?
I would imagine made in Japan for a Japanese audience at first.
Time
says no. It could be made in San Francisco.
There has to be at least one Japanese guy doing a penciling somewhere. That's it.
They don't even use pencils.
No
pencils.
Like, Demon Slayer, no pencils.
And that's
why
it's not anime. It's not anime. No.
You're gonna die on that.
Demon Slayer.
Now
You love
Demon Slayer's not
Get ready
anime.
For me.
I love that. But I just, so that's the reason why you picked this, is you were watching it one night and we talked about it during,
it's something that it's similar to the other movies that I shared with you, where it takes a special night to get into it. Usually marijuana or a gummy is important.
It was 14 hours. It was many nights I've spent with this.
I only
production.
rewatch. Listen, I know I forced you guys. If you want to get into that,
I'm not complaining.
I want to set
the
record straight. I want to set the record straight.
Okay, here we go. Ding, ding.
Listen. So, Abbabox announces the movie he picks is The End of Evangelion. The End of Evangelion.
Yes.
You didn't say Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Raise your voice when you say the End of Evangelion the second time.
You
don't have to say it twice. I know what the words say.
Never.
Context. Hold on. Okay.
I never said that you had to watch the whole series. You could have just eaten a goddamn gummy and just taken in the visuals.
Because I want to respect
Guess what I did?
the story, and I need to see the whole thing. If you didn't cut, like if me and Time didn't watch the whole thing, it wouldn't have been right.
Sense. It's no sense.
It would not.
It still barely makes sense, though.
But, like, you're reading this as a criticism. I think it's a celebration. I'm glad that I could dig into this all month.
Okay, good.
I knew what I was watching in the evening. I fucked with it hard. Pen's my guy. Okay.
I mean, it's a fun journey to go through the series again. I wish I could watch it with fresh eyes.
Langley.
I've seen it so many times.
I'm a Langley head. You're not a Langley head.
No, you're not. Because I'm the ultimate Langley pill
I was Langley
streamer.
Before you were born.
You guys are arguing over a 15-year-old girl. I just want to let you guys know that. Right
I'm a Shinji stan.
We want to be friends. We admire her personality and her spunk. She's fired.
That was not.
She's probably Shinji forever.
That was not a romantic gesture, Time.
I
just think she is
It's not about romance. It's about saving the planet.
I just think she's probably she's probably in the top 3 best written characters of all time. They're like, I'm just putting it out there. That's where I
love her. I love her bullshit.
Whaley.
I love her messiness. I love how she never shuts the fuck up.
I
love how she just says what she says.
I got the whole manga. No, the manga was written after the show.
But you don't know lately like I do. We have a connection.
It was written after the show. And I can't find the final 2 volumes because I was going to talk about how they end it in the manga. I don't remember. I think it's a compromise between the 2 endings. The manga, maybe. But I can't find that volume. I got the series. I only watched Death and Rebirth. That's all I watched. But I watched the Netflix dub. I came here with the Netflix dub because that's fresh to me.
So I've seen the anime twice in Japanese and in Netflix English. I haven't seen it in the original English dub.
That's so cool. Oh my god!
I gotta do a screenshot. Hold on, let me maximize this.
It's $100.
Why isn't this maxing?
Is that
screened out? It's screen
do it
screened
one more
out.
time. Hold on, one more time for me.
Just Google it. Jesus Christ!
Got it. No, I want him in the shot. I want the background. I want the beautiful because it's blending.
Dude, we'll get it. We'll get it in the upload for sure. Like, it's gonna be so good, dude. It's gonna be so good. But
I used to have a lot more, but someone stole my Evangelion figure, and I used to have the actual comic manga when they put it out in comic book form at the comic shop.
What the fuck? They stole it? Wait a minute. What do you mean they stole it?
I had a bin of a bunch of my favorite anime stuff. It had some of my mature stuff in there. It had some titles that had boobs and stuff. It had my Evangelion figure. And it was in a storage unit, like my mom property that she owned, and someone stole it. It's still a sore spot because it has so many gems that I would love to share.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I haven't ran about Netflix, but I noticed when I was talking about how this movie has like such a place in like animation film history. Time was sitting there like. What?
So the Care Bears. It was a Care
Bears.
It's
literally just
that's literally.
There's a lot of bits tonight.
All right, I was going to say. I was wondering if you're going to say this movie's awful or something.
Oh no, no. It was. We'll get to that later.
Can you say it's pretentious? I gotta blow my nose.
But
yeah,
it was just.
A lot of people say this was all pretentious bullshit.
It might work.
It's not pretentious
bullshit. Personality tests and everything. It's like work. This is a lot of work.
Does it straddle a line for you, Time?
Absolutely.
Let me say this first. Let me say this. I procrastinated and I watched all of the seasons in the last 18 hours.
3 days.
Oh my god,
crazy.
That's too much.
That is.
I waited until last night to watch Death and Rebirth and the movie, and then I watched a bunch of essays all night long about it.
Yeah,
I had to prepare my notes.
I had no time to watch the anime, so I just watched Death True and then End of Evangelion. I've already seen it twice before, so I commend your effort, Time. That's
nuts.
That is crazy.
I don't think the movie is pretentious. I do think what the source material is. Yeah, the final episodes, that's super pretentious.
What does
some people, there's so many videos that defend it, and I don't know. It was a compromise between running out of money and trying to be artistic. But I don't like watching those episodes.
Yeah,
I don't like watching those. I really always skip them. I tell people to go straight to End of Evangelion and then go back to it. I feel like it's a better fit.
I understand what it's doing and what it's trying to accomplish. And
the
then
movie does it better.
It's way better.
The movie still does all that. It just shows you what's happening on the outside, and then we go to the interior by the end anyways. It shows you the end of the fucking world.
Both good. Yeah. I think they're both good. I think it's the same thing from different perspectives.
No, I like different. The ending of the show,
just a slightly different angle.
I think it's fine.
Same content.
It's whatever. It's fine.
I loved it.
If the movie didn't exist, I would have been let down with the ending.
Yeah, I agree. When I first watched this,
I get it, Greg. Like, I get like
it's not even a finished episode. There's just drawings.
It literally feels like forced.
No. That wasn't an artistic choice at all. That wasn't.
It was a budgetary problem.
If I didn't know that, it didn't bother me at all because I thought it was so the script was so.
It's very abstract.
It was fine. It was fine.
Because at the end of the day, like this show is about getting down to these 3 personalities, right, of the main pilots, and I think the way they articulated the complexity of the psychology was very good. Right, it wasn't easy because most people's personalities are complicated, and the way they went over it was really good. And I love the self-awareness, about the self-hatred and the fear of loneliness and how we push people away because we're afraid of isolation. And so we become self-fulfilling prophecies to ourselves.
I love that shit. Existential dread of existence.
That better than the episodes.
Is as thick as those red waves at the end.
Really? You feel like the show didn't dig in deep enough?
No. As far as what Prague was talking about, how they tackled
the
ending, because like the ending was essentially in the show was essentially like the case studies for each three of them, and going back and forth.
I was buying this on VHS in 1997, incrementally watching it, and I already heard that the last two episodes suck. Can you imagine watching a show incrementally and being like, "Oh my god, they say the end of it sucks. Oh, it can't be that bad." I don't
agree. I don't agree with that.
I don't think it sucks.
The episodes right up to that are so good. The episodes right up to those final two are so good.
Oh yeah.
And then you put it, and then you watch those two, and you're like, "What are you guys doing?" And then I'm like, "Oh, there's an End of Evangelion movie."
I think it's
just have to wait
issue.
10 years for it to watch it.
It's really an intimate story.
Yeah, I think it's a build-up issue.
All of the battles and stuff are all just like wasting time in between the true story, which is about the characters.
I don't agree at all because I feel like all of the battles like serve a purpose for all of the characters every single time.
I think
especially
still working on the tropes of the mech show.
That's not the
most
mech show
part keeps you interested, and then the psychological stuff is just piling up behind it, and then by the end, it's all about both of them sort of combining. I enjoyed all the mech stuff.
You want to talk about how the characters all interact with one another and how this awkward situation where what are they, 12 years old? They move in with 14, this older 15, woman. 14. And then how old is she? How old is the
like the 30s?
Masato's like 20.
This is how adults kiss.
In 30.
Yeah.
30s?
Listen,
this is how adults kiss, dog.
I want to say this like series and this movie is definitely a product of its time. I mean, like Japan at that time, like the age of consent was still 12, and
that's crazy.
And it hadn't been raised until very recently, like within the last 5 years.
It's crazy.
It's 16 now.
I don't hear much about that kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and that's kind of where you get this sort of like cultural ambivalence to.
I mean, I honestly, for this series though, except maybe the opening scene in the beginning of the film, I didn't really feel like it was a super exploitive. I mean, I guess sexy Rey, sexy Asuka,
I wouldn't say exploitative,
just horny. They're just all horny, and they don't really.
But I think the way that it frames Masato in the end is like it's not like kind of a power and
going there already. How do you want to? Yeah.
But I want to
go all the way to the end.
I just wanted to get that out of the way. Is that this show is very much.
I like that scene.
Should we?
I like that.
Should we tell people what this movie is about? What this show is about? Like a brief.
Let's talk about the show. What's the show about?
What is the show about, Abba? Like, what is the plot? The major features.
You know what? This is one of those series that I by the end of it, I don't. I know it's about the psychological turmoil of Hideaki Anno pushed into a mecha series. But do I really understand the fucking plot lines? And
I'm just meaning that
I understand the human instrumentality project. I understand that there was a gigantic explosion when they found an ancient being that was an angel. I understand that there's all these forces and there's alien beings coming down that are angels and they want to destroy humanity. That's right?
Yeah.
And the bad humans want to like replicate the angels in a bad way.
And they want to start. There's two human instrumentality projects. There's the people who want to go. Sele wants to go straight, all souls combined forever, and no one has to feel pain. And then there's Akari and Nerve, which want to just do that to show people that everyone's the same and they can love one another. And then they're going to detach them. Is that right, sir?
Yeah. I mean,
come on, JC.
I want to. Can I take a crack? Can I take a crack at what this show's about?
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I mean, this show to me is basically about a kid who was abandoned by his dad or ran away from his father after his mother died.
That too.
And is brought back into the world of like future Tokyo to defend it against a horde of angels because he's the only one who's able to pilot the the Ava that they've set out for him because
children's.
A bunch of these children. A bunch of these special children.
But like that,
but they don't call them children; they call them the children. Why is that?
They don't say like the first child. They say in the original dub, in the American dub, they just call them the first child, second child, third child. In the Netflix one, they went to the Gynex lingo and they called them children in plural.
I like it way better. I love the Netflix dub, but yeah, and essentially he meets other people, and it's sort of how he deals with the trauma of defending the human race, essentially, and being the only one who can, with and along with
one of the worst,
people.
Maybe the best and worst person to have to choose the fate of humanity.
Absolutely.
And he has to see his absentee father constantly at work, and he's only 12, right? And he has a full workload of school.
A real dingleberry.
Pen smells.
Yeah.
Pen smells. Do you think he's wet all the time? His feet smell.
No, he's fucking Ritsuko. He's fucking the clones, probably. He's fucking a lot behind the scenes. He's so dark and calm and cool.
He never. He's chilling.
I'm saying the dad.
The penguin.
The penguin's fucking too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Penguin's always the one.
Never
was in trouble.
I love that you mentioned that he's both the best and the worst person to do this because, and I hate that we went over David Lynch recently, but a lot of these characters feel very Lynchian to me in the way that they're contradictions.
This has Lynchian vibes the entire series, and
like Asuka Langley, she's easily my favorite character in the show. She's someone who is super outgoing, super larger than life character, and obviously thinks of herself as very competent, but then at the same time she's the most lonely character in the show. She fails nearly every single time.
Not Ren?
Until right at the end. No, we're talking about Asuka. Langley.
But she's the most lonely character because they have a whole story arc
she
about
has
her
a great
loneliness.
arc at the end. It's a sad arc, but she rises up to the occasion by the end, only to be eaten by a bunch of vulture Avas, pulled apart alive.
But she held him off.
Disgusting scene. She did a great job until they came back to
She fights like a tiger. I want her at my lead all the time. She fights like she has no fear, but she's fucked up.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Then they all shoot down their lances of Longinus and just tear apart her hand.
Vagina.
Yeah.
The laryngitis.
Laryngina. But then you have Shinji, who's the main character, and he is
Shinji.
He's so unassuming. He's super anxious about everything, but then at the same time, he's super competent as a pilot. Like when he gets into it,
he's with his mama's soul.
Video games.
He's with his mama's soul. Talented. Yeah, he's probably the most talented of the pilots out of all of them.
When he's in a healthy mental state,
When he's in a healthy mental state, exactly.
And he's exactly the Shonen Jump hero you'd want.
Right? Langley's the alpha. Right?
She's an alpha in the way that she presents herself, but the way that she handles.
I want you to say that alpha isn't a real thing. I wanted you to say alpha is not a real thing. I know.
It's bullshit.
Okay.
I'm a Shinji Ikari stan. I stand by him. I stand by his choices.
Defend Shinji.
I was a little kid with my headphones in all the time playing CDs. I was a little depressed kid stuck in my head trying to, overthinking everything. I related to Shinji Ikari when I watched this. I related to him on a level that probably is scary and unhealthy, but all the other characters that would be in this show if it was a Shonen Jump mainstream mecha. Like so many people bitch about how Shinji's a little crybaby bitch. What are you? You have a billion other shows where you have your protagonist that always rises to the occasion, does the right thing. It's like the one time you subvert it, and then by the end of this movie, I know he's a mess. He's an absolute mess. But wouldn't you be a mess if that happened? Wouldn't you be a fucking mess?
They spend, after like the first battle, they spend 3 episodes on his trauma from it and like how he has to build himself back up to get to the second battle. It was so like shocking to me when I saw it. I'd never, like, storytelling like that is so like few and far between. Like they really let you just like slow down and
I wanted to say for the original series, they did a really good job of artfully reusing animation. One of the most annoying parts of a lot of when you watch animation with is how they tweak that budget. You know what I mean? But Evangelion found a way to do it in an artful, beautiful way. The series itself, the animation of the movies, like that's mind blowing. That's next level.
Second to none. Yep. And the other character I wanted to talk about was Mikado, or Miss Misato, I should say, Miss Misato. She is basically, like, in the way that she presents herself, she's straight, narrow, the most the most hard-edged of all of the leaders at NERV. But then when you see her at home, she's a complete mess. She's
she's a drunk,
she's lazy,
microwave,
she's a drunk.
It's
all of these sort of dichotomies that you get. And again, like, I don't want to keep bringing up Lynch, but it just feels very Lynchian to me in that way. I feel like a lot of the characters are like that. And I love it. I love it so much. Yeah.
Me too.
Time, you haven't said a lot. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
After binging it in 18 hours?
18-hour binge watch session.
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need
I mean, I don't... I like the show, but it's just essentially 14 hours of children being psychologically tortured the entire time.
That's fair.
Yeah. What's
really is
in there?
Are the children really children? Or are they like avatars for like adults who are watching this who
they're
need
children,
to heal their inner child?
Children.
Is it about their inner child?
Their mommies are the mommy's souls are inside the thing.
Let me make my case. Is this in part about the viewer's inner child and the creator's inner child trying to heal old wounds? Like, all of the isolation stems from their parents in each three of the cases. So I think that, like obviously one of the kids has red eyes. They're not literally humans.
That's a clone of Shinji's mom.
That's a clone, yeah.
A soulless clone of Shinji's mom.
Okay, so that's not a child. That's a clone. Or like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know what they imply, but what are they implying with Gendo Ikari and the clone of her? I don't know.
There's a lot of weird sex stuff in this too, right?
I guess
like,
I'm thinking about
one of the protagonists is like grabbing women in the hallway.
If
like,
you're making clones of your wife who died, that's crazy. Naked teenage clones, and they're all over in a secret factory, and you have
fucked.
Yeah, it's
fucked,
and it's all about his wife. It really is all about getting back to his
world,
wife.
Is what I'm saying.
And the fact that his dad loves the clone more than his own son is just like, it's heartbreaking.
There's one thing that the rebuilds did, and they dive more into the history of Gendo. I don't know if you've read the rebuilds.
I have big issues with the rebuilds, but yes,
I do too, because I had to wait 20 years for each fucking one, but. The third one, the one part I did like is the Gendo stuff in there. It was interesting to kind of get the whole flashback of his point of view.
We didn't do enough time. We didn't watch enough. We have to go back.
Don't watch. You don't have to watch the rebuilds. It's not important, dude.
No, because you and JC are having a side conversation, and Time and I are just like, I'll just twiddle my thumbs here because we didn't get to see that.
It's just something I thought about. That he probably watched it. I know you guys haven't gotten to it yet. You don't have to get.
I do want to go back. I do want to watch the rebuilds because I heard it's an alternate retelling.
The animation's crazy and good, but
there's some added stuff.
They changed the story halfway through.
There's a couple things about this on my initial viewing of this. Is I watched a couple of episodes multiple times to watch or to hear the ADV dub and then the Netflix dub. Netflix dub is trash. So
you want to get into that?
I don't agree at all. I'm the complete opposite.
And then I watched a couple
of the other dubs. I like that one.
So I'm the option, and
Shinji Ikari's voice is superior, I believe, in the ADV dub.
Yeah, it's way better.
I think that the Netflix dub I like some of the more downplayed performances, because what there was is back in the day, there was almost a cartel where these small anime companies would have the worst dub actors. Okay. And I just got used to that little group of people. But when I listened to this one, I liked a lot of the voices, honestly. But Shinji, still Spike Spencer's Shinji. It's whinier. He screams better. I like it more.
That's
is
fair
the
enough.
translation different? Is the translation
The
different?
Well,
script
there's a
is
line.
different,
There's a few
but-
lines they switched up in this dub right
I
here.
prefer the Netflix script for sure.
When he comes in his hand, he says, "I'm fucked. I'm so fucked up." But the real translation is, "I'm the lowest of the low." And I remember that Guy Next was upset with that when they did the initial dub. I guess I don't know what it'd be better.
I feel like it's more accurate, but also I feel like the voice acting is so much more subtle in the Netflix dub compared to the ADV.
I did appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the Netflix dub for both.
I feel like they put a lot of effort in.
I enjoyed
the Netflix
Asuka
dub, but
a
I
lot
haven't heard the
better.
other.
Asuka was mad annoying in the ADV dub. I thought really
I loved her voice in
overly.
that.
I don't know. I liked her more in this one.
I much prefer
in the
the
Netflix dub, but
because I've seen the rebuilds, and the rebuilds are the ADV voice actors, right? They're not the Netflix voice actors. And
I don't know. Spike, I know that it's the Shinji is, but they recast a few of them.
I'm pretty sure
I think
Asuka's the
it's
same
mostly
voice actress,
it's
but-
mostly the same. I
Okay.
think.
But
Tiffany
yeah, I
Green.
know. Yeah, and I found Asuka a lot more annoying in the rebuilds than I did in the Netflix dub, and she's my favorite character.
She was always
She
her
is
voice actress
annoying,
made her
yeah.
annoying. I think for
Yeah.
me and my initial go around, but watching the rebuild and then End of Evangelion with that different voice actress, I found her more a subtle, better performance. I didn't hate her as much.
But not
She
in
might have been
the
my favorite character.
I never found her annoying in the Japanese dub. That's the thing. It's like I
only
just
barely
don't
experienced
like
that.
I just don't think I like what the ADV voice actor did for her. But
The only time I watched the Japanese dub is I was waiting for it. I think I waited until 2003 to get this DVD to finally watch the End of Evangelion. But I did download from Napster on a T1 line at college a copy of End of Evangelion with
That's
no
crazy.
subtitles.
that's
So
long ago.
I would
Why
just
is
sit
that
there
crazy, Time?
That's
and just
that's
watch
crazy.
the
That
craziest
term is a
scenes
relic of the
without any
past.
context of what was
Yeah.
happening. Just
We
completely
used
guessing.
to those a lot.
No, it's not a thing anymore. There's like it's just like
I
like,
know, but
back
I
in
used
the
to have
day,
to
like,
use a
I
T1
got a
too.
T1,
I'm
you're like,
from back in the day.
That's what we
That's
called
so
it back in the day.
fast.
I don't know what T number
Listen,
we're
I
at now.
used Napster. Listen, I'm a Napster head from way back.
No, I'm
when.
saying it's just like
T1?
I
Yeah,
called
I know.
someone on a rotary phone. You're like, wait, what? It's like,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Holy
I don't
shit!
know.
So, whoa, you brought it right back.
Mhm.
Brought it right back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember time before answering machines.
Because it's interesting, Abbabox, that you brought up that obviously you said that you were a depressed kid and you really latched onto Shinji Ikari. Is that right?
Yeah, I thought I said this character I relate to a lot. That's what I
That's
felt
it.
like.
Yeah, because that for me is Asuka Langley. Like I am
Really?
always so afraid of
You're
being
not Asuka.
alone. Not listen,
Girl, you are not
My
Asuka.
I swear
No,
to
take your
God.
headphones off with your jorts. I don't care. Roll your
swear to
cuffs up
God.
all the way to your
Let
fucking
me-
pelvis. I don't care.
I don't care if I don't present myself as Asuka, but her emotions and her fucking like the way that she deals with life
That
and
Asuka
deals with the
presenting.
world. The way that she way that she like thinks about things and handles things is very similar to the way that I feel like I think about things. I'm so afraid of being alone and so afraid of dying alone, and I'm so afraid that
Well,
people
why is that
won't
a
notice
fear
me.
for humans? Abandonment
that's
means
the thing.
death for an early human. And you need a tribe to survive,
Yeah.
to live. And so if you get excluded by the tribe, that means death. That's why it's still an existential crisis for modern
Bragg,
humans.
who did you relate to?
Yeah.
The third angel, Sakeal?
Langley. No, I'm Langley. Guy. I'm Langley.
I'm a Langley.
JC's not. No, bitch. I'm Langley. God
I don't
damn
care
it.
what you
No,
say,
I'm off the
Bragg.
show. No,
That's what I got from the show while watching it. Is she's just my favorite character, and I love. You just walked off. I
because
just
that's
hate
what
how
Langley
you're trying to
would do.
pull away my
No,
personal
because you're not
connection
acting
from the
like
show.
Langley right now.
Doesn't matter.
Just teasing you,
Doesn't
JC.
matter. I'm talking
We
about
can
her
both be
internals.
Langley.
I'm
We
talking
can
about
both
her
be Langley.
internals.
I understand. I
But-
think we all have that fear, and you should, because it's a very genetically coded fear. Because, like, if you're a human, a soft animal in a world of predators and tigers and fucking elephants and all kinds of things that can kill you, we're soft. We have to work together. We're gonna die. And so,
And
if you
that-
get kicked out by the tribe, then you're dead because you can't survive. So, like, we have that with us.
And then there's abstract beings falling from the sky.
Yeah.
trying to smash you
I don't
up.
understand what all that's
Just
about.
one after another, just lining up.
Yeah,
that
they're the
means. Is that
craziest
represent Mother
looking things you
Nature?
ever did see in any of this.
Does that just
any anime.
represent nature? Is that just the natural word? And like a typhoon
the-
can do that, an earthquake or a meteor.
Want to get into
but
the
it's more
Christian
interesting to
imagery
have-
in the movie and the
Yeah,
series?
I mean, let's talk about. Yeah,
they
of
just did
course.
it because it's
Listen.
cool.
Well,
I agree.
It's not big. Christianity's not big in Japan,
pretty awesome.
so they just like crosses are cool.
Well, it was cool,
Let's
man.
put a
I
dude
loved
on
all
or a
the
little
the
bean on a
cool
crucifix.
shit they were doing.
Hell yeah.
Right? Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
The
JC,
six
go ahead,
eyes.
JC.
I wanted to finish my thought because Prag didn't
Oh, you
let
weren't
me.
done. You weren't done. I'm sorry.
I was not even close to done.
apologize.
But
Welcome to the world, Jason.
but I bring it up because it kind of shows me that this movie it explores so many different layers of depression from every single character, from Shinji from I feel like all of these characters are just different flavors of depression that Hideaki Anno has experienced. And when I think of movies that like deal with depression and the ones that, because I've struggled with clinical depression in my life, I feel like the ones that have so accurately portrayed it for me, at least, are Manchester by the Sea with Casey Affleck, Wes Anderson's The Royal Tenenbaums with what's her name? What's Gwyneth Paltrow's character? And this show. I think all of those, like those three, are like for me the holy trinity of depictions of depression. Like I just love like all the way that they like so tastefully tackle it, and I think the way that this show does is so beautiful. I love. I mean, getting to the ending of End of Evangelion, like I guess we probably shouldn't talk about it just yet, but I think the choice that Shinji makes at the end of Evangelion is
still confuses me.
So beautiful.
Selfish.
And
no,
not at all.
Yes. Selfish.
No, it's 100%
we'll
not.
talk
It's
about
the
it.
opposite of selfish. I think it's beautiful and a real putting your fists up against depression.
Mhm.
I love it. And
Why do you say selfish, Abba?
You mean
I
time.
didn't say that. I said that.
It was time.
Oh, you said. I'm sorry. I was looking over
time
here.
said
I
that.
thought Abba was saying it.
Well,
Okay. Why do you think time?
First of all, we have a very pointed question, I believe, to Prague in the chat. J. Qual wants to know: does Pen have a deeper meaning? Because I know
Pen's
you're
just
Pen.
chilling.
Does the
Pen
fan
is
service
Zen.
does the fan service
He
have a deeper meaning,
represents-
J. Qual?
He represents Zen Buddhism. Pen represents Zen Buddhism and just going with the flow.
Yep.
Thank you for
Tons
the
of nice
question.
booty shots and titty shots and
We'll
not
just move
full
on.
nudity throughout
I
the
think he
series.
answered it, Prag.
Pen is never 3 feet away from Langley's jean shorts. Okay, that's all you need to know about Pen.
Jesus.
Okay, he's
He's a little
chilling.
freak.
He's just lying on the floor, very close, and like he gets it. He doesn't have to say anything, and he doesn't have to do anything. He just like he is, and that's the way you should be. Not in the past, not in the future, present,
Mhm.
and that's what Pen represents: presence.
Is
Do we-
Pen's soul melding with all other living souls
He's
at
Jesus.
the end of the movie?
Pen's
Yes,
Jesus.
100%, Abba. He's one of us.
Even all the animals, right?
One,
They're
no.
all-
See any other animals
every
except for
every
Pen?
living creature is melding together into one giant
Pen
consciousness.
is the Buddha.
Do the
He's
angels
Jesus
count as
Christ.
animals?
He's everything.
No.
No? Do the angels
No.
count as animals?
I could've
What
saw-
about when they were eating the
They're like
angel?
gods.
That's
I
crazy,
saw
huh?
a cat.
When they started eating the angel, did you guys freak out the first? What did you feel Abba, when they started eating the angel for the first time? That what was that,
when-
episode 14 or 15?
Oh, the berserker moment when that was when I said, "I fucking love this. I fucking love
"Let's
this.
go."
I love it so much." Berserker,
like,
Eva. I said, "What is this show about? What are
That's
these
when Ava
things?"
1 like loses it, right?
Yeah,
Breaks
and it
control
breaks
from
free and it
Shinji.
just starts eating.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So good.
It's so good.
It turns
Yeah,
total
it's so good.
animalistic, and I said, "I
There's-
need the action
there's-
figure."
A couple moments.
It's nuts.
I think it's the first episode where it like the Shinji's Ava it fails on him and then it like reanimates itself, whatever, and then
Comes
it
back
gets,
to
like,
life.
Yeah, it comes back to life.
Mama bear.
And then the awesome like visual that I love so much is when the first angel has him by his head and is just hammering that little thing right into his head, like going back and forth. And it just, you think it kills you or kills him, and then he comes back. So like, you have these moments where it's like, oh, there's something more to these giant mechs. And then
Yeah.
you get the part in whatever episode it is, towards the end where he goes berserker, where he grows his arm back. And then he starts
running in this series where he turns into an ooze and then comes back to life.
Was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it revealed that the DNA of the Avas come from like Shinji's mom and Asuka's mom? Is that?
I always thought that too. It's the souls.
Yeah, it's like the
they
souls.
Have the souls.
Yeah, it's like they like donated themselves for the cause.
Yeah,
right?
so the soul of Asuka's mom. So I guess that I forget. Shinji's mom was completely absorbed into the Eva, whereas Asuka's mom, it just took her soul, and then she just became mental patient shell of a body.
Sad.
That
so
explains her more,
sad.
right? Because she has no soul, so she's just crazy. But I always thought that they were big god clones of them or something. But
and the reason why Rey can also pilot the Ava is because she's half of. Yeah, she's
a clone of.
She's a clone.
Yui already. Yui Akari.
And isn't that what the dummy plugs are essentially just like all of the clones, but without souls? Like, she's not
but then
soulless.
They make them out of Karu at the end for those vulture ones. Those have Karu dummy plugs in them that come down and pick
the
apart.
white ones, you mean?
Yeah, those ones are beautiful. Holy shit!
Every battle of this thing is amazing. Like, there's no wasted animation. It's just like it's stunning, and like even if you don't have a story at all and you just watched it, it's a beautifully presented show, right? You know, especially the battles. And in my opinion, go ahead, Time. What do you think?
There's one thing I noticed that a lot of anime does, and it's like bothersome, but I think it's to save time and like money. And it's when things get super actiony, the animation does not look very good as far as like the characters. So like in the movie
or the show?
In the movie.
They look drawn less detailed.
Yeah. So you know, Asuka's going and she's doing her fight, and she's like, you know, punching the shit out of everything and killing these little, you know, these other Avas, and they're awesome and it's looking great. She's ripping them in half and it's great. But whenever they cut to her inside of the mech, she's drawn like kind of like skinnier and it's like askew, and she's like moving her body like this.
I feel that might be stylistic.
And it's just like
style.
No, but a lot of animes do that. Like if they're doing like actions where they got to animate things real quick, it's like it's like they do it like that. Like Dragon Ball Z does that shit, and it's like, because it's action and you don't want to put like a bunch of time into this.
A lot of it because it's like a small.
They still
frames,
probably had deadlines for the movie, but they had a much bigger budget than they ever had for probably the entire show. I feel like.
Yeah.
Want to get into the death threats that Anno got for those last 2 episodes of the TV series that triggered this? He got death threats.
That's crazy.
Graffiti. Guy next got graffitied, kill yourself, because people were so disappointed by those last 2 episodes.
What did they want to happen? What did they want?
You know what?
They wanted the end of Evangelion. That's what they wanted.
This is early internet fans. I wrote down some quote that he said. Those who criticized the show were either already negatively biased or immature and narrow-minded. Internet otaku kind of types.
Yeah,
that's fucking 97 internet trolls going crazy over End of Evangelion. Could you imagine nowadays what it'd be like?
Yeah, and they got what they wanted. That's the sad part.
But do you think it's a fuck you or no that he starts with
that he nailed it even more than they could have, and made it even more like existential and surreal than they could have possibly imagined? Then I think it's a real fuck you. I think he did a great job. I was so satisfied
the first time I watched it. I was like, this is perfect. You're showing me the end.
None of them
are
going to be happy.
Then at the last scene, I was like, I don't know what's going on. The last final scene, that's when I go, I don't know what's going on.
I've got an explanation. I've got an explanation, but
it's like
I had to watch like 15 explanations.
I don't know what's going to happen after this, because I feel like this is kind of like we're ending, but I don't know what's going to happen for 20 more minutes.
It is a new beginning, but not really. I don't know.
Let's kind of like discuss the setup of the ending, because what's essentially happening is there's Nerve and Seal. Is it Seal?
Zele. It was called Sele in this version, but I think it's Seal in the
there's Nerve and Sele. So what Ikari wants to do is he wants to release Lilith so that they can meld all humanity's mind into one.
But I guess the difference is that Sele wants to keep everyone melded, and Ikari wants to pull it back apart so
that's
that people
not how
can
I
feel
understood it. That's
what
not how
I've
I
seen.
understood
3
it.
explanations, but that's not my explanation. That's what I read.
The way that I read it was that what's it called? Ciele wanted to destroy the world and create a new race, like essentially, because the human race was done. They weren't happy. Did they want
Shinji to be the chooser? Or is that's
no, but that was no, that was Ray's choice. Like Ray made that choice.
Ray
decides
that.
Yeah, Ray decides.
Don't let Ray make choices like that.
How were they going to do it?
It was the right choice. It ended up being the right choice.
Alone and I'm caught.
Yeah, but she found her humanity through Shinji. Like she found.
We love Ray.
It is cool when she denies Gendo and cuts his arm off.
So yeah, Ikari.
The sniper shot was on point. That was a big shot she took. Remember when she took that sniper shot to take out the angel that was far away?
Yeah, it was awesome.
And Langley really got off the hook.
So Ikari wanted to meld all minds together on human Earth because he wanted to see his wife again. Essentially, like that was his whole plan.
He did want. That's why that's a deep part of why he wanted to do it.
And he wanted to save humanity as well. He felt like he was saving humanity. And then Ciele, they wanted to destroy everyone. They wanted to kill everyone and renew the Earth with a new evolution of people. Essentially, that's the way I saw it. And in the end, because Ray was like a god, essentially, she'd become Lilith. Like she'd melded herself with Lilith. She had the power. She had the power of creation, essentially.
And they're just aliens, right? They're not gods. They're just angels. Are just another word for
very biblical. Yeah, but they had the
guys
power.
in heaven, guys in space.
They had the power to recreate reality, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And Shinji had the choice to either do what Sailor wanted, do what Nerve wanted, or he could make his own choice, which is what he did. And that was to just remake the Earth the way it was. Like he wanted to bring humanity back to the way it was because it was okay. Like he felt like life was a constant hassle of loneliness and struggle, but the small moments that he had with all of the friends that he made, I know it really was the friends you make along the way ending. But I think it's probably the most meaningful version of that I've ever seen.
That in the original ending, this is the only part I kind of like, where it shows a normal life for him. You know what I mean? In the original ending of the series. It's almost like a slice of life anime where he's running around with his friends.
I much prefer the ending where he's sitting on the beach. I much prefer the ending. I love how they ended each episode
with a slice of life. I feel like they had the scene with the hot springs, and they always had like this more intimate, like the familial rest period, right? Like they had the campaign, they had their side mission, and then they had the little rest area mission at the end. I feel
because I think the thing about all the minds coming together is you lose your individuality, and it's something that Vince Gilligan's new show Pluribus is kind of exploring, and how important it is to have your individuality and to have.
Have you seen the clip where Alex Jones explains the Human Instrumentality Project to Joe Rogan?
Like an hour
ago.
It's so good.
He just lays out.
Does he fuck it up so bad?
No, I really believe that this is something deep in the human subconscious to want to destroy our forms and combine and not feel pain in some sort of floating. That could be the cloud server. That could be the machine bodies. That's what he says in the
I don't like it.
Rogan clip.
I think it misses the point of being human. I think like what being an individual and having your individuality and experiencing life in your own way, I think is so important for just the human condition in general. And I think that kind of like utopia is just it sounds peaceful, but it doesn't sound meaningful. It doesn't sound fulfilling. And I think that's kind of what this ending's doing, as well as
it's
what
impossible to
doing.
imagine. And this does its best to try to explain it, but it really is an impossible thing to imagine. Having no pain, no individuality.
I also love when they cut to live action stuff. Like they show like a live action Tokyo.
They do a reflection of the audience at one point.
Yeah,
like people in the theater, like they get.
And it's almost like for a second you're like, are they going with this is what the world Sele was creating was our world? That's what they were going for. Like that's what they were going to recreate the Earth into was our.
I liked the live action stuff in it. Yeah.
I thought that was a really interesting choice.
It was like a mirror back to the audience. I feel like just like showing the mirror showing
right
back,
like in the ocean or whatever.
Yeah, that was like the Japan. That's like the production splash, right? Where they had the ocean scene with the little sign, right?
Yeah, the first episode.
I think that's just like the production company. And on the like the movie had like this opening title sequence, right? And then before that,
and they used it, and they used opacity really well. I knew that like Percurious are Prague in that sequence.
I'm covered in nut from the opacity and the hue shifts in this. There was a section. I don't know. I think it was episode 21 where they were just doing hue shifts with all of the normal images with opacity. They were just like taking the slider and pulling the magenta
when they're animating
all
behind Shinji's cutout of Shinji, kind of.
I love that.
Yeah, it's very Lynchian, very Lynchian.
And then they had they had a lot of frames where they would show many different frames, and then every time you pause it, it would give you a different solid background. Yeah. Right, I love that. That's so fun, right? It's like a slot machine for cool. Like they probably showed every frame, right, or whatever they did. It was cool.
Yeah. So that one, that kind of tripped me out. I think what they did was they layered a bunch of frames and they started taking them away one by one, and then you get to the very back one, which is really cool.
Yeah,
this would have still been when you filmed frames.
Like,
yeah,
I think they physically did it with cellophane. Like
that's crazy.
Painted on. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm pretty sure that's how they did it.
Fucking. Tits.
Did you know this movie was up in theaters against Princess Mononoke?
Oh shit,
that is tough.
That's like Anno's teacher, Miyazaki. So it's kind of
crazy.
Making a double feature, Abba. I would love to see those. I love
Princess Mononoke as well.
That's one of my favorite.
Put that up there.
Studio Ghibli films.
And I love that Anno's still working. Like he recently made the Shin Godzilla, which I've heard is a banger. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm watching.
I like his Cutie Honey movie. It's
Cutie
like
Honey,
he tries to do a live action tokokatsu kind of thing. And what he does in that to try to do the action is he takes pictures. He kind of animates them in frames. I think it kind of works for the budget. Sometimes the Japanese movies that try to do the anime just don't have the budget to really make it look good. He does his best in that one.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know if I have a lot more to say. I want to make my Netflix rant, but I want to hear like I feel like I haven't got a real sense of where time's sitting on this series and the movie, specifically the movie. But I want to know where you like the vibe that I'm getting from you.
I don't know when to say this part. I'm just saying now.
Go ahead.
Say it with your chest.
If I was Shinji, right, in that part where Misato is giving me that speech and then she kisses me, if she gave me that speech, I would run through the Twin Towers.
I know, right?
I would.
That's how adults kiss.
Just point me in a direction,
and
I'm just gonna go.
That's how adults kiss.
I'm gonna
run. That stuck with me. I was like, Shinji.
I'm gonna murder whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever she wants.
Like,
it doesn't
when
matter.
you come back, there'll be more, right?
Yeah.
That shows you how fucked up she is, though. She went full till
by any means necessary. She's trying to save the planet. She's got to kiss her way out of here.
This is why I feel like it would have been a disservice.
She was going to die as well.
Why did not? It would have been a disservice. I know she got shot, but it would have been a disservice to the show and to her if I didn't watch all the episodes preceding to this movie.
Oh yeah, it would have been
because I would be like, oh,
you
okay,
whatever. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, her death,
I understand that.
Like choked me up.
It was
so. If you just watch that out of context, I guess you'd be like, "That's
what pussy does to you, though." Time, like I cried a little bit too.
Masato's your character. Masato's your 100%. Girl. Yeah. Wow.
And really, so
cool. She's
really
really
so cool.
Is she the one that she's the one, the hacker one? Is that right? The blonde?
No, it's her.
The blonde hacker.
It's Mitsudo.
Her, bro.
It's her.
Mitsudo. Ritsuko's the blonde hacker.
No, Real G, the guy.
You like her boyfriend relationship?
Yeah.
You like that whole relationship?
I like
the growing watermelons at the end.
The relationship, but I didn't like the constant them banging and the other kids hearing it. I didn't like that part.
He also had a weird relationship with Asuka, which I thought was kind of odd.
He was like a protector, but she had a crush on him. I don't know if it ever was reciprocated.
And he was grabbing people in the base all the time too. He was doing some extra stuff to strangers sometimes
the whole Asuka thing, that was one way. That was her towards him. He
you
didn't.
sure?
I never sensed
And
anything.
he wasn't like,
I-
get off me.
He
He
kind
wasn't
of
like,
allowed
get off
it,
me.
but he didn't
He was like,
play
oh,
into
God,
it.
you know, listen.
There were a couple scenes in the show where she was like getting on him, and he was like, "No, go away."
Yeah, I
Or, like,
remember that
you
now.
don't do
No,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please get off me.
Yeah. So there was
Episode
I don't know.
31
There's
is
a
a
lot of crazy
stuff.
flashback, and they're
Enough
on the
there.
boat, and she falls on top of him, and she's laying there, and he just like stays there, and he's like,
But
"Oh, I
the
really
way they
respect that."
talked, but the way they talked was like they had history.
Yeah.
It's like they
But
had
how
history.
old is everyone?
together.
I don't
Apparently
understand.
they
How
did
old is
back
he?
in-
It's like 14
in Germany,
And then
he
how old
was-
is he?
He's
Like
like
in the
30.
30s?
He's
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Masato's age.
Yeah.
That's what I
She'd
mean.
never be alone with him.
But
She'd
again,
be alone with
it
him.
is a cultural thing because like Japan didn't have
I guess.
the didn't
It's also
have
fantasy.
like yeah,
She's
they
also
didn't have the
fantasy.
boundaries that other Western countries
It's also
have.
happening in Pal World, and it's also a fantasy. And people
know.
who get to relive fantasies through these mediums often don't probably
Yeah.
pursue the thing in the real life because it releases that pressure, maybe theoretically.
Hold on.
That's what
Hold on.
sociologists say.
Hold on.
That I mean, I'm saying they watch it on film and it
No.
helps them deal with it
That's a
and
slippery
process
slope.
it
I feel like
instead
going
of
on a
really
slippery
doing it. Well,
No.
then we can't watch any anime because it's always in these
I feel like
films.
there's
Like,
crazier
always gonna have
animes that
something
deal
like
with these issues
Yes.
than
A
Evangelion.
lot.
100%. Yes.
Like I'm not
This
trying to
is-
make an excuse,
Like the
but I'm just saying
rebuilds,
that's probably
I think
why.
I think the rebuilds have a real problem because Japan is past
China.
that point now, and
Mhm.
he's still he doubled down, which is what I have. That's my big issue.
They have
with
a
the
child crisis. They don't have enough people to
Is he
keep their
doubles
GDP
down
up.
the
That's why they're
fan
constantly
service
in a
and those.
recession. They don't fuck enough, JC, and they have
don't.
less children population than any place on the planet, and they don't take any immigration. So that's why they're constantly in a recession. Their GDP is constantly shrinking because they don't
Yeah.
have kids. Because they always feel very. I don't
This
know.
is
it's
not the way to
cultural-
fix it for sure.
There was.
No.
I'm watching the show, right? I'm watching
Yes.
it, and I'm noticing the reoccurring theme of the sexualization of these the pilots.
Yeah.
The ones
That's not
piloting
good.
the mech, and I'm like, this is interesting. Okay, it keeps happening. They keep showing certain shots, and they frame it certain ways, and I'm like, I don't. This is a little weird. So I googled it, which was not something I wanted to fucking Google, but I did. And
Incognito window.
yeah, and then
Algorithm
people
engaged.
were on Reddit threads and whatever were saying that this is how kids their age act, like that they're going through puberty and all stuff like that, which I think is a very weak argument because I don't think I think if we take all that stuff out of the show, I don't think it changes the show. I don't think it changes the characters.
I don't. It's
I
just
could see that.
added.
it's just weird. But anyways,
It's
something
more
else too-
authentic.
Something else too. I was wondering is
I don't know.
was Ray being groomed by the villain, the dad?
That's what I was discussing.
but
I don't
apparently
know
there's no evidence to support that,
he's
but I don't
very
know.
protective, and she is a clone
Yeah.
of his wife, and there's a lot of them. Man. I don't,
I don't
know.
know.
This
I wouldn't say there
He
isn't any
touched her in the
evidence.
movie.
I
He
think
touches
it,
her like to get into her. He
With his
touches
hand.
her, right? And then he moves it down. And I'm like, uh oh.
yeah.
But,
yeah.
like,
and she
are they
fights,
making
and
it
then
for an
at the
audience
end
of
she
14-year-olds?
rejects him.
Do they? Who's the
No, they're
audience
making
for
it
this?
for
Though? When they
adults.
make
No,
this,
these are made for
okay,
adults, for
that's
sure.
the problem then,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yes.
like if you're talking about like the way kids act when they're in, puberty, yeah,
Right.
they are sexual, and especially when the shocking things that happen to Langley and the people around them, why they're so sexualized is through trauma, and it's part of trauma that often people act out through, like they don't have real authentic relationships, and so they try to move because they think that's the way to get attention, right?
Yeah.
And so they deal with it, and they're trying to keep it light and not direct, but like I think it's part of like but also we're talking about who's going to make a bunch of 14-year-olds mech pilots, it's like the whole thing is all fantasy. It's all Star Wars.
It's who's the target audience? It's
like Anakin
they're-
Skywalker was
it's
sexualized
like,
too.
it's kids because there's kids in there. Yeah, but there's also a crazy
Blood.
amount
Padme
of
was
like
older.
of torture and trauma in it. And kids are not going to understand that. And then it's like, well,
no,
it's,
if
it's
a kid
for-
would stick with
adults,
this,
but-
like a 10-year-old boy in Japan, I guess maybe. I feel like the base of the show was more the weebs and otakus, and then it kind of went mainstream
I think that's
because
why it's so
Just got
front
good.
loaded
It was just
with
quality.
with the mech fights because all the angels and whatever that's the first half of the season. I'm sorry, of the show, and then after that you still see mechs and fights.
this
but
was a huge
they're
hit.
less
So
and
it
less.
hit everybody liked it, I guess. 10-year-old boy and
Yeah.
30-year-old mom watched it. I
think-
don't know.
It was a
think the
great.
way-
It's just a quality.
I think you ask who this show's for, and to me, who this show's for is Hideaki Anno. Is for him.
Yeah.
And I think the way
why does
that
it resonate? Why was it resonate where it was a huge hit? A huge hit for a Lynch,
no business
a Lynchian mech show? That's crazy.
But I also think because, you know, people have similarities, people relate to other people. Like, that's just human communication and connection. But I think Hideaki Anno, what he was trying to do in my eyes is he was trying to position like how he felt when he was in his younger years. Like, that's where what I'm getting from it is he sees himself in these characters when he was younger, and just like the weight of the world on his shoulders. Like, obviously he's had some like personal trauma with his family and everything that is involved. He's felt all of these emotions that Asuka, Shinji, Masato have all, like, he's a director, so he has to be super competent, but I'm sure he's messy as hell at home. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's what I feel like it's like where
all
he's
his bad thoughts, his bad habits are projected into the characters to make them feel real.
Yeah. Real. Yeah. That's where I feel like this movie and this show is
self-soothing.
Is a painting of his mind. And it's something I don't like about the rebuilds is I feel like he kind of capitulated. And I know you guys don't want to talk about the rebuilds because you haven't seen it, but I feel like he didn't allow, I felt like he allowed the reception to the show to dictate his choices in the rebuilds. And I don't like that.
I mean, we can just get into it. The rebuilds at the end give you a nice ending. They give you the happy ending by the end.
This one's a happy ending. I
don't think it is.
It's not.
I feel like
you guys are misinterpreting the ending of this one.
Crazy.
All right, let's get into it. He decides to rebuild humanity. He doesn't want the souls to be mingling.
Yeah, because
they drop down into the most fucking dystopian looking new world.
But that's just the rebuilding of the new world. That's the rebuilding. It's not
scary.
The new world's not here yet. But
how do you know the new world's not here yet?
What do you mean? Because it's not. We see the world is still like
you do see all the crosses coming down, and people are kind of that's their souls coming down.
Like the way that the lines are delivered, and the implication is that they're rebuilding a world as it was before the first impact. Like that's how
which is what those movies are. The rebuild movies.
Well, not really.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make, I feel like it could be just a could be.
But I think that choice is a positive one for Shinji. It's him realizing that he can walk into the world. He can be happy.
But he chokes her
in the
world. Starts choking.
But that's his reaction.
No,
but that's because
I don't understand why that'd be his reaction. I still don't understand it. Like he's just angry at her.
No. He's been through a lot. He's been through a lot, and that's happened to him before. But all that was him realizing that she's real, that she's here. He's brought her back. He did it. Like that's what it was.
And he starts crying. I looked at it darker. I thought it was dark.
Really?
When I first watched it.
No, it's a positive. It's one of the most beautiful positive endings.
She says pathetic to him. Remember at the end, that's what it cuts. Pathetic.
It is, but that's her.
And his hands are squeezing. I was looking at the
shit out of her. Yeah,
he's really
that's her
squeezing.
Individuality, but that's her individuality.
It sounds like we're back to where we were at.
Yeah,
but that was a good thing. That was a good thing.
They were all the show was saying, what do you mean it's a good thing?
Yeah, but they're not anymore. Like they've learned their lesson. They've learned who they are. That's the whole point of the whole.
Shouldn't humanity learn from the melding of the souls in that moment?
But they didn't, because he changed. He decided not to. He decided people's individuality.
I guess it didn't really go fully through the human instrumentality. Okay,
that's right. That's the way I interpret it, though.
Are they you guys might have a different in the rebuild?
Well, I don't see I see the rebuild as Anno retelling the story with like a few different quirks. I don't see it as
so from what I've read. The rebuild is essentially the sequel to the show, where it's a time loop.
It's like a loop. Yeah. It's like a time loop where it seems like some things from the show affect the rebuild.
Yeah,
I feel like
Asuka's missing an eye off the jump.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was a rebuild of a show that he made.
She has eye patch at the beginning of the rebuild.
I believe so.
Oh shit! Okay.
I think
Yeah,
so.
she
Or
starts off on
there you
there's
go.
a time jump. There's so much crazy stuff that happens in that. It's almost like the same show, like
Mhm.
entirely
I
except
never
one new
saw it as
character.
the same timeline sort of thing. I saw them as completely separate projects, and the
I
rebuild
thought maybe it
just
was a
Anno.
loop. Maybe
It's
a loop or
a time
something.
loop, yeah. From
When
what
is
I
Pen Pen
understand.
getting his own show?
Yeah,
No, I
but
just want a
feel-
Pen Pen show.
He never really
Is that in
got
the-
a special, did he? He never
No.
got
No,
anything.
never got a whole episode. It should have been one.
He got
Just
pushed
ridiculous.
to the curb, man.
Origin,
Of the
where's his
Evangelion.
origin story.
So many
That would
dollars
be a great movie.
Mhm.
left on the table with Pen Pen.
Is there anything else you guys want to get out? Do you feel like we've discussed everything, or do you feel like
Christian
No, you guys-
imagery, the death threats? I do agree with you.
Sexualizing of children. Like, what else?
I wrote that down. I actually wrote that
it's a
down.
problem? It's a problem.
Well, I mean,
it's
it's
all
a
its
fucking
time,
thing,
but it's a
man.
problem.
It's not
Don't
like
cross it off.
everyone notices. Like how old are these kids? Like, I kept looking up. Like, okay,
It's so weird.
And
I
I'm
guess
like,
when I
Yeah.
watched this, I was 16, and I just didn't really
Well,
sink into me.
I'm damn near
And
40.
now
was
it's
just
perfect
like
for
weird,
a
yeah.
person
And
who's
now I
the
just
same
accept it
age
because I watched it then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just gotta.
And it's not that they're really acting on it because
No.
it's just like a lot of horny vibes, right?
Like,
and they, you know, I don't know.
Anything
How
super
about fans
sexual that
with
happens is between, like the
The
kids,
two
whatever.
adult, the boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah.
Except
And the-
for
whatever.
Masato in that last, except for
She was
Masato.
trying
in
to
that
inspire
last
him to save the world.
I
How dare you?
know, I know it was
She
necessary.
does everything she can, and this
Knew
is the
she was
hotel
gonna
room
die,
scene, right?
but
Maybe
yeah,
she shouldn't have said when you come back
She
we'll
started
do more
smoking.
stuff. Maybe she shouldn't have said that part.
But yeah, but again, it's
Lipstick
still
tipped cigarettes.
it's still you gotta still view it in the like as a
Yeah.
product of its time when
Is that the scene where
Japan's
she's like,
culture
What
was
are you
just
putting inside me? Is that scene right there?
maybe
It's,
it's,
The beautiful designs, yes.
It's
There's
beautiful
that scene
design.
Very
where,
beautiful.
where,
Every
where they
frame
show
is beautiful.
Shinji
I
in
totally
the
agree.
room and her legs are in the air and then her toes start curling.
I thought she's fucking
She's getting fucking banged out,
Kaji.
dog. Like he's saying it. What do you mean? Yeah, her toes are curling. Of course.
She fucked
It's-
Kaji.
and I
Like,
couldn't help
he
himself
sucks, bro.
sometimes.
God.
It
Crazy.
You know
really
that.
is a
You
painting
see,
of his mind.
He's got the ponytail. He's got the ponytail, and he's got the
Let's-
watermelons.
If we're gonna
Can't
end
stop
or
it.
whatever, we're nearing the end. What was the point of the first scene?
Of which one?
I
the
think
whole
it's
thing?
just to show how I always took it
He's
as
still a kid.
Shinji is just a little fucking. He's just when you're sad, don't you jerk off a lot?
Yep,
I think
absolutely.
and
It's
that's
called
like the most
self-soothing, and we-
extreme,
but
sad, disgusting
getting
thing to
hurt.
do.
not just that.
It's
I
good
feel
for
like
you.
I feel like the point is the like we've seen the build up of this show. We know this is coming to an end. With Cell's closing in. Cell's closing in. And the first scene we see of the movie is
I'm like,
him.
what a start!
is-
I remember when I
is him-
first watched.
Is him having an awakening in the hospital room over like a sleeping girl. It's
It's the
basically
line at the
better.
end that's
yeah,
important.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the
But
only
not
thing you
just
got.
I'm
that.
the lowest of
but
the
it's not
low.
just
I'm
that.
fucked up. I'm nothing. You know.
Listen,
But the
That's
movie
all you
is
got.
saying
that's sometimes all you got is your own
Yeah.
penis in your own hand and a dream.
Yes,
That's all you have.
yes, but
That's
it's
all you
also
have at the end of the day to save your soul.
Yeah.
but it's
That's your
also
hero
saying
doing that.
yes, that's right.
That's what's
Abbabox. It's
important.
the weight of the world is on this kid's shoes, and he's jerking off.
You
to
don't
a
know
girl
what
in
to
a hospital
do,
room.
and then he's
Perfect.
just
It's-
a fucking comatose little
like,
crybaby hiding under the
it's-
You
stairs.
Armstrong jerked off.
It's the
so who cares?
contrast. It's the contrast of like the,
Kiss
the
him on the lips,
seriousness
say
of
he's
the
gonna fuck him
situation.
later, and he knows it's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. To get him to move, he barely wants to move at the end of this
Barely
movie.
moves to do
He's
that, too.
so sad and pathetic. He doesn't even want to move. He can't move this
Yes. Dr. Dit Good Gaming, thank you for coming in. Get Good Gaming. But yeah, that's exactly right. It's a contrast to the
What does
early
it say,
episode where his
Jason?
hand is covered in blood and the
kid.
seriousness
Oh, okay. Life
of
and
the
death.
situation. Yeah, it's this. Yeah.
Thank God
And
you're
that's
here.
the name
Dr.
of the.
Gaming.
Isn't that the name of Death and Rebirth? Right. That's the name
Yes.
of the. Yeah. It all comes together.
That's not
I
what it
know
was
he's
about.
he's
There's a hell of a lot of vaginal
smart man.
looking things on the
He's
Ava's.
a smart
Their
man.
eyeballs
No.
look like
That's not
vaginas.
what it was.
The giant eye at the end looks like a vagina. There's a hell of a lot of
That's
vaginas
right.
your necks go through. Look
He
for
was-
the vaginas everywhere.
He was
on
building.
the TV show.
There's some things I love everywhere too, Abba.
He was
a lot of
building
great designs.
a birdhouse for Asuka when she woke up because she loves birds, and he got
Oh, yeah.
glue on his hand. That's
He got glue
exactly
in
what
his
that
hand.
was showing. Yeah.
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 Did we establish
Love
that
a
this came
birdhouse.
out before or after Overfiend? Was this before?
This came out after. Overfiend was in the 80s. This is like 90.
So Anna would have gotten inspiration from it, surely.
Well, we can get into that.
I do see parallels. Yeah, I do see
parallels. A lot of the kind of what's taken from here is you could even go to Devilman. I don't know if you ever watched Devilman Crybaby on Netflix.
No.
But Devilman's a very huge manga that is about the end of the world and demons, and Berserk has taken inspiration from it, and I'm sure Overfiend did too. It was a cultural sort of landmark series that dealt with a lot of. And there's also in the Devilman, there's a romantic relationship. It's like a boys' love yaoi hinted at between two characters like Karu and Shinji in this one. But I don't know. Karu? I just feel like that's the Karu, the angel.
Yeah, that's one thing I do want to mention. That is like that whole subplot with Karu, the gray-haired boy who turned out to be an angel, is my least favorite part of the show. I think
like it when he's humming the music.
It's an add-on. I
feel like they don't develop Shinji and his relationship like much at all, and then
I would say that they try to correct that in the rebuilds with Karu. Though I didn't like that episode
either. That was my least favorite of the movies as well. I felt like it dragged, man. It just like wasn't.
I agree with you there, but I like Karu in the series.
Thanks for the sub.
Okay. I feel like it's such a.
Thank you very much for the sub.
It's almost like they ran out of episodes and they quickly like sped run through that.
Oh yeah, that's something else I wrote down. They had to basically Gainax did not have enough big of a production studio to pump out 26 episodes, so they were. Even Studio Ghibli did one episode of this. Did you know that? Animated one episode.
No idea.
And then they would send it to different production companies to try to get it out. What's the stat I have here? They had to do 14 episodes in 6 months. Can you imagine? That's why some of this shit.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's why by the end they can say artistically that's what they wanted to do, but also they had to pump this shit out. And they were writing each script on the spot. Anno obviously came in with an idea, but he said it was like a jam session. Everyone would bring something to the table, then they'd have the next script. They didn't have everything planned out, I don't think.
The fact that this is what he came up with, like, on the spot is just unbelievable.
This is why it's kind of
a
genius work of art amongst... I like some of other Gainax's productions, and rest in peace, they're gone now, I guess, but... it's amazing. It's that whole group of people that worked there that did Gunbuster and Nadia and all these things that Hideaki worked on that kind of led up to this moment.
Time, I feel like you were about to say something about the
I just want to bring up something because you guys were talking about the whole that guy and like the angel. Because I just want to get like the emotional part of the show. There was that episode in the show where Toji, is that his name? Toji
is
Toji.
Which one?
There's a kid.
That's
the kid. Yeah, Toji.
Yeah. He was the fourth child. And they put him in the mech suit or in the Ava, and then it went haywire, and then Shinji's dad made him attack the thing. That like borderline broke me.
Oh my
watching that episode. It was
I hate Shinji's dad,
insane,
bro.
and he's screaming no, and he's making him do it. And then obviously from just context clues, the previous episode
shuts it down and does like a dummy plug, and then it just starts punching. Pulls out the containment unit, and it's breaks. I'm like, he's dead. I'm like,
he's fucking intergenerational trauma for you. That's intergenerational trauma for you.
Yeah, go time. Finish.
And they the final, I think it's the final shot of the scene where Mitsuharu is trying to tell him who it is because he doesn't know. We know, but Shinji doesn't know. And then they open the capsule and they take him out.
He sees him,
His scream, like that
Spike Spencer scream, right?
That
the
got
ADV
me.
dub.
Yeah, that got me really bad. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's
I mean, that's a great episode.
And it's great that you bring up Shinji's dad, Prakuro, and how much of a cunt he is. But he's pragmatic. Like that's his whole thing. Is he's I mean,
don't you dare put that on evil on me, Bobby.
Don't do it,
Ricky Bobby. That's not practicality. Praga is from the Russian for practical, and that's not practical. exploiting your people is not
pragmatic professional is what
No,
he is.
but the character that he reminds me most of is Luthen from Andor. Not Pragpro, is Luthen from Andor. How he makes that speech at the end, or midway through, saying, "I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunset that I know I'll never see." Like his whole, his entire goal is to meld everyone's minds together because he thinks that will bring humanity peace, and also he wants to see his wife as well. Like it's a double thing, but everything that character does, everything that character does,
and so everyone will be docile.
He thinks he's doing the right thing. He thinks he's doing everything he can to save humanity. And even if it's like some of the most cunty bullshit you've ever seen.
This is the thing. Like a lot of people think that Earth is one thing and this is a superorganism. And so like it's very consistent with Shinto belief that the harmony in nature. And so it would make sense that that's the end goal, to more harmoniously integrate, I feel like.
Yeah. I think it's misguided though. I think it's misguided, and I think the show, and the movie thinks it's misguided, which is good. I think it does a really good job of exploring.
What is great about humanity is we're creative and we can invent ourselves out of problems and collaborate, and that requires each of us to have our individual integrity intact, as well as our commitment to assist one another, but keeping both worlds alive, right?
Agreed.
Where we are flawed creatures, we will never rise to that occasion unless we meld our consciousness together so we can experience all the hardships and understand each other better. And then we pop back out.
How are you going to build the pyramids, right? You have to have a lot of people working together in order to build something like that, right?
It takes a lot of did that, bro.
Combination. I love the pyramid actually at Nerve, right? They had that cool base with the.
Nerve looks so cool. Like the whole city.
So good. I wish I got I don't know why.
Are you guys having internet issues right now, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
It's just Australia,
dog. I'm good.
No, I'm back. We're all good. I think it's just my chattering. I just dropped out. And I'm back on there too. All right. So I want to get to final thoughts. I want to hear Prag's final thoughts first on the End of Evangelion.
I think that this is a very important piece of work because of all of the combination of things, but it's as well written as it is illustrated in my view. And like, it could be real tough if you have to watch 13 hours of something if the story is not compelling and the characters do not take you along with them. And the combination of the beautiful artwork with the beautiful storytelling and the characters was excellent. And like, this is a outstanding, like, it doesn't matter if you like anime, it doesn't matter if you only like certain genre. This is like beyond genre. It's just very high quality and I recommend it to everyone. I'm glad I watched the whole thing and I'm going to like find more stuff related. And I give it a 98.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. I'd agree with that. Time.
Dear Lord, we are gathered here today to acknowledge the physical torture and the damaging of my psyche by Abbabox once again. Thank you, Abba. Thank you.
Well, you did like Kung Fu Hustle, and ever since then it's been a vendetta against you.
That's true. It's just scaring the shit out of me.
That's when I went heel.
True.
That's when he turned you.
I remember that.
Thank you.
I remember that.
And except for that movie,
but you loved Overfiend.
Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I still got to get you the reboot.
Yeah, would love
the
that.
Turtle and Cannibal Holocaust still bothers me, but I give that a fucking 90 as well.
For better or worse, since the Kung Fu Hustle, everything that you have given us to watch has stuck with me. Again, for better or for worse, Cannibal Holocaust was
all stuck with me too, baby.
This was such an endeavor. The idea was floated to just come in blind and watch.
I'd be curious to see movie,
which is interesting. But I really think that would have been a huge mistake. So I'm glad I didn't do it. I should have prepared better and watched them over time because I had like a month. But power through at the end. We did it.
Yeah,
as long as we did it.
Got there. That was rough. I don't know how you did that.
I don't know.
It's really crazy.
Did you sleep? Did you sleep? What did you do?
take
Like watch
Dexys?
8 hours and then 8 hours at a
I had
time?
monsters.
Just shoveling coffee and watching.
Oh,
It's like
boy.
It's fine. I got
this drama
I
unfold.
I took like 3 weeks, and
all
I
matters.
felt that was pretty
All matters, I did
appropriate
it.
schedule. But there was long blocks where you still had to watch 4-hour blocks. But I loved it.
There were times where I started watching the Netflix dub and I got pissed off, so I had to restart it and go back to the other dub.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So how did you get the other dub? I had to spend $130 on this set that comes with the old dub, but I do have some on VHS.
You had to sell the 7 Cs, yeah.
T1 cable, bro.
Yeah, my old T1 cable. I bought it out.
That T1.
Yeah,
Terminator.
I think a lot of times, there's that cliche, not the friends you made along the way, but the journey is, it's all about the destination and how you get there.
Yeah, let's know the friends.
And I think this journey to get to this point was fantastic. I think the ending, the new ending, I thought was great. This movie was really good, somewhat confusing at parts, but not confusing to where I was like annoyed. It was just like, oh, I don't really get that, but okay.
Yeah, but you keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Like annoying.
Because it's so beautiful.
I liked all the characters I was supposed to like. I hated all the characters I was supposed to hate. I didn't feel, like Shinji was a whiny little bitch, but I got it. Like I understood why, and I understood in that same situation I would be that way. And just
young too.
You feel for him throughout the entire series, and at the end. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thank you, Abba, for showing me this. I do see people talking about how this is the quintessential like anime movie, like it's got all the action and everything like that, and I see it. The action scenes are top notch. It's fantastic. It unfortunately it doesn't get any points because they do not say the full name.
End of Evangelion. Yeah, Neon Genesis End of Evangelion.
They don't say
Polanski.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. The end. They don't say it, so I can't give it bonus points.
It's a Polanski. That's a Polanski when that happens.
Yeah.
Abba. If they don't say the name of the movie, you get a one Polanski.
They say.
We got
Yeah.
so close.
So, fortunately, I can't give it bonus points for that. But this movie's standing alone on itself. But I do think you have to watch the entire series before it to appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 95.
That's great. I mean, I'm right there with you, Tom. I think this is one of the greatest animated films ever made. There's nothing that I can really say that can really do justice to how this movie makes you feel, and like just the visuals and the level of storytelling that took place in the anime series to build to this. I think Hideaki Anno was on another level with this, and I think all the characters are beautiful, especially Asuka Langley. She's my absolute favorite, but I think it's a testament, like our review, I think, is a testament
Asuka
to
would never go with you, JC, even if she was 40 years old.
I don't give a shit. I'm not romantically interested in Asuka.
I didn't say romantically. I said follow you.
Anyways,
I didn't say romance. I said
you
go
were
with you.
implying it.
You made it
It's his
romantic.
time.
You're implying
You
it.
guys haven't met
I'm
Mari
sorry.
yet in the rebuilds.
I know that.
I hate her. I can't stand her.
They introduced
Oh,
someone new.
Mari.
I can't stand
blue hair,
Mari.
purple
I don't know what her
She's a
point
pink
is.
one.
Really.
Yeah, exactly. But what I wanted to say was, I think it's a testament that all of us, like, except me and Prag, obviously associate with the same character, but all of us have said a different character that we kind of latched onto. Masato for a time, Shinji for Abbabox. I think the fact that the writing must be so good that it's able to relate to so many people, and I think the way that the movie does it is just like, it's unbelievable. It's some of the shots you have in this movie, like during the ending, and then when you get into the montage sequence where Shinji's deciding what to do, is just like pushing the animation medium to its limits, I think. And it's something that we haven't seen for a long time. We think about more recently, you see it in like maybe the Spider-Verse films, like that kind of very quick montage animation style.
Film sells in that's over.
Yeah. It's
over, right? Is anyone still doing it like old-fashioned style?
No, not even in Japan.
Really.
No. It's all computers now. It's cheaper.
I think it's one of the most beautiful films ever made. I love the ending. I think it says something so beautiful about depression, humanity, and where we go from here, and our individuality, that it's Wonderful. I'm gonna give it. I'm right with time. I'm gonna give it a 95 out of 100. I love it.
I've been reading the works of this manga author. His name's Shuzo Ishimi. And he does the same thing that Hideaki Anno is doing, where they're putting some deep part of them into the story, into the characters, some haunting aspects of their past that informs the work in a way that it just excels it to me. And that's exactly what this series does. Its core of it, it's still a fantastic mech show with giant robot characters that you've never seen before that look like bestial and humanoid, and it broke so many of the molds that it makes sense why it was such a huge breakout hit. I mean, this thing is must be one of the biggest animes of all time in Japan, if not in America, worldwide.
It's the anime that you tell people to watch if you want them to get into anime. I think it's
to give it a chance. It gives people a real chance at liking anime.
Yeah,
if they're open to it,
Like Time said, there's a lot of time when I watched this, and I was 16 years old on VHS, and it has some crazy ass. I barely understood what human instrumentality was. Didn't really understand what the angels were. Wasn't sure what Sele wanted to do, but I was on the edge of my seat every time. And then the characters, relatable, and I'm there for them, and I'm there for their journey. And like I said, man, I had to wait 3 years to finally watch this thing. And when I did, I cried because I waited so long for this kind of ending that was the end of the world, the end of Evangelion. And that's why it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It just contains the DNA of so much of what I love in movies and television. 90.
What would you give it, Abba? Sorry.
What did you give it? 90?
98?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I copied.
That was pride.
Who is the manga author you just said?
Shuzo Ishimi, Flowers of Evil, and
Blood on the Tracks.
Yeah. Blood on the Tracks is wild.
Has he?
He's not been.
Oh my god.
Has he said anything about the anime and whether he's a fan of it? Do you know?
Of what?
Hideaki Anno?
The author of the anime, of the manga. Has he said anything about the anime and whether he's a fan of it?
The guy who did this is just the guy who did the manga?
Yeah.
This guy he did his own interpretation of the story that was on the television show. It wasn't
right.
The television show came first, and then this came second.
That makes sense.
More background with the Yui Akari and Gendo and the one guy I forget, Futsuki, I think his name is. You get some more background of them when they're developing all this crazy shit, their relationships. It's just kind of cool.
There's no gaming in this universe. Are there games that have these characters?
There's even manga that just deal with it as a slice of life, where Shinji's got 3 girls in his life and he's trying to fucking
that would hate him for Shinji. Come on, he can't even kiss right. He has to hold his nose because he's tickling.
There's been a few video games
with his nose.
There's been N64
She had to hold his nose to kiss, and he almost died. I think Langley was trying to kill him because she was going to suffocate him. She's like, "You're tickling me." She grabs his nose.
They got a toxic relationship, I believe. Asuka and Shinji.
Yeah,
but they belong together, kind of though. I think they're good for each other. They kind of balance each other out,
and that's how I interpret that final scene, because it's just like they're not gonna. If they kiss, this is gonna be a lot of makeup sex and hate fucking and manipulation.
But
it's all
sometimes
up.
you got to do what you got to do.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. I can't wait till I bring Digimon the movie on here and I rate it higher than this movie.
There's a lot of cool Digimon characters, man. There are a lot of humanoid ones.
Crazy.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Abbabox. This has been an
absolute
pleasure again.
I went over all my notes. I took 3 pages of notes, guys.
Did you miss anything? Is there
no,
anything in there
I went it all over. It's episode 11 is the Studio Ghibli animated episode.
11.
In case You need to.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that later. This is the definitive Evangelion review, actually, too. So, like, anything you want to make sure it's in there. This is for posterity.
Oh, the soundtrack.
The museum.
You can't forget love him. Like the first time I heard that, why are you playing? I was like, first time I was like, what is this part? And then it became my favorite song ever.
Did they play Beethoven or Bach throughout this?
They play a lot of classical in the show and in the
anime. Yeah, one of the very first song that Shinji plays is actually the outro that Baki picked for Three Grandmas.
Was it?
Yapping of Evangelion. Really? Yeah. The first song that Shinji plays in the anime is the cello. Is the outro song for Three Grandmas. So Yapping about movies, which is
all
great.
Came together.
This is the most important anime review of all time, and this is going to be reviewed by reviewers for a century or more.
Yeah, and they're going to talk about this.
Like we covered everything.
They talk about End of Evangelion. Like they're going to talk about this.
Comprehensive.
Yeah,
I think we do very comprehensive reviews of everything we deal with, and I appreciate that. And that's the Three Grandmas difference.
Pro promise.
Pro promise. I love that.
Pan and Pan needs his own movie, and I want to play a Pan open world game.
Pan or
We're
Pan?
about Pan only. Pan.
There must be Pan fan fiction doujinshi.
Prague.
It's so fun.
Can you claim Pen as your character so I can just have Asuka to myself? Is that all right? Can Asuka be mine? You can have Pen.
Yeah.
Can we?
That's fine.
I'll
do that.
Yes. Let's go.
But I'm gonna admire Pen like Langley does. He's observing her, and he likes her fire and her energy, and he feels safe because, like, he knows if there's an emergency, she's gonna snap into action, and like the other ones are gonna be philosophical a little bit. But she needs a lot of help, like they all do.
So I have a question.
Her mother was her mother's problem when she's talking to the doll in the hospital because she can't relate to her own daughter. That's heartbreaking. And she's trying to interact.
I never realized she didn't have a soul, and that's why she was like that.
Yeah, so sad.
And then she just desperately wants to have her mother.
I have a question. Time.
Go.
What the fuck are we watching next week?
Well, real quick, I want to go back to Blood on the Tracks. I've read the first 13 volumes. Impeccable. I need to finish.
You got to read Flowers of Evil too.
That's on my list too. But I haven't
that's
finished
really good.
I stopped reading Blood on the Tracks because it wasn't done yet, and now it's done. So I got to go back and read it.
Yeah, I'm only on like 6 or 7 right now of that. Oh my
God, it is crazy.
His artwork is. I've looked at his early manga.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
They don't like Bob Dylan.
What's crazy is this is a crazy set of circumstances. But if you take Abbabox and then you take the End of Evangelion and you rearrange the letters, it spells War of the Worlds, which is what we're watching next week.
Which one?
The Tom Cruise one?
Spielberg?
The Spielberg one. You have to watch the 4K one.
I heard that's good, but I've never seen it.
Why not the Ice Cube one?
Because we're not watching the Ice Cube one.
It's good. You should check it out.
Can we add it on the end? I'll do a review of the Ice Cube one as well. Like after we talk about War of the Worlds.
He is trying to control
doing it for
the fucking schedule again.
No, I'm not. I'm just doing it for myself.
You're making around. It's like you have to check with JC before you sell your movie because he's going to tell you whether it fits the special category that he's designed for the last 4 months.
That's true.
I'm just picking movies, dog.
That's not
waking up.
I said
30 messages back and forth from you guys arguing about it was like so jarring.
That's not what I said.
We do it once a week.
It was a suggestion I gave you, and then you asked what are we looking for? And I
said
movies that get low Rotten Tomatoes reviews.
For 2 months. I can only pick David Lynch movies for 2 months. And then you always have a theme now. It's not a children's birthday party, JC.
We discussed this.
Because
you agreed to themes.
Effectively communicate me what the fucking theme was. Because I didn't get it because I gave you 3 movies and you're like, no, and no. And like at that point, I'm like,
I didn't say no.
I said movie. I'm out. No, I'm approving my movies.
I wasn't approving any movies.
Okay.
I was literally just giving you my opinion.
We have company here.
We have a guest.
We have
literally just giving
a guest here.
I'm sorry, Abbabox. I'm sorry.
I think next time I'm gonna make you guys watch a porno.
Yes.
Oh no.
Wes Craven has his first pornographic film has been released and found.
What?
And I think that might be what we're going to do. I mean, think of a good porno with a storyline that we can watch and talk about.
Looking forward to it.
I promise for next time.
No Thundercrack.
Perfect. I enjoy that.
I'm excited to watch War of the Worlds. I haven't seen it in such a long time.
Me neither. Yeah,
I saw it one of my favorite science fiction movies.
Scarred me, and can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, there's some horrifying sequences in that movie.
What do the aliens look like in that? They look like the angels in Evangelion a little bit.
No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. You should watch it. It's so good. Just watch it. It's a banger. It's one shot. Isn't it one continuous shot through the whole thing during most of it, right? Where they just follow
the beginning. I think it is the beginning when it all goes down.
Yeah, there's this long section where it's just following Cruz, and it's all. Listen, check it out. Spielberg knows how to direct his tits off.
He's known for like one shots, like one-ers, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they're called the tripods, so that gives you an idea of what they're
look like. Let them happen.
Probably a riff it's probably a riff on the original.
Just watch it on YouTube, the highlights.
Real quick before we end, this is topical and on brand and with the show. Recently, I went to Universal Studios and I was doing the tram tour, and I saw the War of the Worlds set, like the little area they have where the plane crashes and shit. But also, when they're taking you through areas that they shoot films in, we go through this Western part, and I'm like, that Western frontage right there looks very familiar. And then the person on the tram says, "This is where Tarantino shot Once Upon a Time in Hollywood." And I was like, "That's the place."
Is it the same? Is it the same place as Back to the Future 3? Is it the same set?
There's like a lot of places, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
there was an Evangelion ride at Universal Studios Japan. Wait, it was in Japan.
Are you serious?
I don't know if it's around anymore.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
why don't they have a cool game based on this world? That's shocking.
N64 had one that came out, and then there were some simulators.
A lot of them look like life simulators. Yeah.
There's like a dating one that I'm saying based on that one manga, I think, or something.
I don't want to date these kids. I want to lead them through adventures and save the world, but I don't want to date them.
Neither. That's just.
Must be a PSP game that takes you through the story. I think N64 one does too, but it's pretty hard to make a game.
I want to be the sixth children's.
Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Thank you.
This has been
tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
Garfield is anime.
It all.